Welcome back, this is Plato, jumping into Monster Hunter's Wild. And, wow. Wait. Okay, yeah, I this is a new game. So I'm playing a month after release. And just gonna jump into this. Anyone watching at home, if any questions regarding mental health or any topics you want to discuss, feel free to comment down below, and we'll see if we can discuss it in the next episode. For now, we're just going to be playing around. Oh, okay.
Alors, est-ce qu'on peut y aller?
Get materials, okay. Can't touch these yet. Oh, that's right, 'cause I just... Oh, low fire rank, okay. Yeah, I just started, so... There's not a lot I can really, jump onto. The Gunlance. I never had much luck with it in the past. I did like how it's feeling now. I guess a lot of people playing this game can say the same for their favorite weapon too. I've done most of the other weapons. I just haven't really got my head around this weapon. I got an idea, but oh, okay, yeah. That happens when the quest ends too
Alors, est-ce qu'on
quickly.
peut y aller?
4 minutes, huh? SOS. 5 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, 2 minutes. 1 minute ago, but no, I can't do that. Okie doke. Yeah, there's no one with it right now. It should work out just fine. I chose a female character because of the hair, honestly. I was going to make another male character, and I found this hair combination. It just didn't seem right on a male. Not anything against people who do that kind of thing. Just didn't vibe with it for this character, you know? It's just not for me. Oh, hey. Yeah. Still true of older games, too. Just... I know, like, harvesting's a big deal for these games. And it's kind of, it speaks to me, you know? Just salvaging whatever you can. The environment and using that to your advantage. Oh, this thing's ready. Okay.
Poser un piège. Yes.
Oh, again, people who do SOS, they have computers with them as well. So even if they're by themselves, leather gear. Okay, cool. Even if they're by themselves, they are not by themselves. you're a new time player and you're just wondering what all that stuff is, I mean, most of it is monster parts, but the other stuff is just random generic stuff that will play a part as you progress in the game. If you play like an hour into this, all that stuff is just picked beyond the monster parts, so generic, vague things that picked up the rocks, minerals, and whatnot. You'll have like over 100 by the time you're like halfway through the game. It's not a big deal. Huh. Okay. And he has the fish greatsword. Okay, with the teddy bear, feline stuff.
Alors, qu'est-ce que je peux faire pour toi?
Oh, hey, didn't pick up enough of
Ouais.
the.
Tu vois quelque chose qui te plaît?
I picked up enough for this. There was something I was gonna make last time, and I completely forgot what it was. Not speed eating, item credit, that doesn't matter. That just looks funny. Weapons, that's what it was. Gun
Qu'est-ce que ce
lance.
sera aujourd'hui?
Yeah, I can just upgrade. That's
Je suis prête à m'y mettre. Et c'est parti. Impeccable.
okay. Yeah, it's a small upgrade, right? But from 207 to 230. If you were to have one of those, they call it Mega Drug, the Devil Drug. I forget what it is. There's an attack boost item you can use, and it basically boosts your attack by this amounts. So yeah, it's not a lot at first, but every hit counts, right? Let's see. Mr. Bone. This is one of the generic stuff I was picking up. These are bones.
Prête à m'y mettre. Et c'est parti. Impeccable.
I'm not going to equip that. Oh, speed sharpening. Again, I'm not an expert in gun lance, but I know that in the older games, if you use the blast, it's a cooldown on it, yeah, duh. But also, it would just chew up your sharpness.
Excellent choix.
Greatsword was Greatsword as well. If you're blocking with the Greatsword, it would reduce your sharpness. And I think in the third game, it was very noticeable. Huh. Anyway. This guy's wearing a carpet. Oh, that's two guys. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, so more on this. I just have to go ahead and just that should be fine. We go ahead and progress a bit more. I just wanted to kind of mess around. Or you know what? Yeah, I can just mess around. Let me just go out there and do just that.
On ferait mieux de se préparer.
Oh, oh, whoops. Did I say I was going to do that? I meant progress the story.
Alors, est-ce qu'on peut y aller? On vous ramène à votre village.
Merci.
Ah, pendant que j'y pense. Apparemment, on est à court de miel.
vous.
Oh, ce serait...
Bien, vous avez de la chance. Peu de gens connaissent l'endroit où je vous emmène.
Je vais rester ici pour l'instant. Faites attention, d'accord? Votre village est loin d'ici?
To be forced to
Un peu.
wait
La route
through
secrète, on y sera en moins de 2.
cutscene,
C'est vrai qu'ils sont rapides.
playing those flashbacks.
Et pratique si vous voulez fausser compagnie à un monstre. Ils sont futés et doués pour flairer des odeurs. Je me demande ce que feraient les miens sans eux.
J'ai hâte de savoir monter aussi bien que les grands. Je me fais pas de soucis pour toi, Nola. Je vois beaucoup de fuite. À croire que toute la vallée en est constituée.
Oh, hey, yes.
Ah, tu veux parler des pierres à Cantagène?
I will say this, right?
Cantagène? C'est joli.
I like Monster Hunter World.
Pourquoi vous les appelez
I
comme
like this game.
Une fois qu'on sera au
I'm not
village,
as much a fan of Rise. Granted, I have the expansion. I never played it. I was just turned off by it. Right? So a lot of what made...
Wow! Regardez,
Excuse me?
ils sont tellement nombreux. Rapprochons-nous.
faites attention.
A lot of what made Rise good was, I guess, its verticality, you know? Like, it's not so... How should I say this? With World, it was great when it first came out, right? It's kind of how this game feels, too. A lot of big open spaces,
Oui, ça c'est le mal.
one
Chaque
giant
jeu est
map,
composé d'un mal et de plusieurs
one that was not broken up by loading screens. It was just huge compared to what we're used to, right? And then Rise technically is the map. Is it bigger? I mean, yeah, it's definitely a lot bigger, right, than some of the areas of the world. But it didn't feel that way, and the monsters felt like cartoonish, like they get hurt and they just like skedaddle away. I'm using that word in particular because that's just how it felt. It's like they Scooby-Doo their way out of danger.
C'est
They're
une
limping,
montagne,
and then
ça.
all of a sudden they're just
Elle a
like,
une drôle de
oh,
forme.
hit the right.
On l'appelle le souffle du vent.
Effectivement, elle lui a coupé le
They
souffle.
hit like their gear or something, and you just like freaking turbo boost out of there. Here is kind of the same problem too. There's some enemies that are monsters, not enemies, that are clever with how they escape, but there's some that are just like, come on, you
Et
know?
voilà, nous y sommes.
Génial, merci.
Par ici.
I didn't even get off. I didn't want to get off.
Je crois qu'on a assez de miel.
Yeah.
On va au village du coup?
Okay, press it.
Oui. Suivez-moi.
Okay.
Oh non, j'étais censé rapporter de l'eau. J'ai complètement oublié.
Tu vas te faire disputer.
Ouais, Zato va me passer un savon.
But like this,
Est-ce qu'on peut faire quelque chose pour t'aider?
it's just
Non, ça ira.
so much.
Et puis,
So much
c'est moi qui vous suis
more.
redevable.
I know some people complain this is the desert and this and that, but like,
Je commence à être un peu nerveuse.
nah.
Les villageois, nous sommes des étrangers.
Not what I
On va
wanted.
leur faire en sorte de
Not
ne
what
pas
I
les
wanted.
offenser.
Excuse me.
Ça va aller,
Apologize for that.
t'en fais pas. Vous pensez qu'il y aura des félines comme moi?
That doesn't make
Bonne
sense,
question.
but I'm okay with that.
La guilde n'a trouvé aucun signe de la présence de lumière dans la région. Mais on sait jamais. Je vais tout faire pour pas leur faire.
This is like the best of both worlds, essentially. Rise and Worlds, funny enough.
C'est ici. Désolé d'être en retard.
Au moins, vous n'êtes pas mort. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
Je suis tombé sur un crapaud géant. Il m'aurait dévoré si ces gens n'étaient pas intervenus.
Smoke too.
Nous sommes enchantés.
Vous avez sauvé mes amis. Et je vous en remercie. Toutefois, votre visite tombe mal. Je dois vous demander de partir.
Mais on leur doit l'hospitalité. Au moins...
Encore une chose, que vous comprendrez certainement. Les secrets sont précieux pour notre village.
Bien sûr, nous vous les rendons tout de suite. Merci de nous les avoir prêtés. Eh ben, au revoir alors. Vous avez vu? Les gardes à l'entrée. Ils portaient aucune arme. Et ça non plus avait pas l'air de savoir ce que c'était. Hein? Qu'est-ce que... Des insectes? Ce sont des boulakchi. Autorisation accordée. La guilde t'autorise à neutraliser cette menace. Sans plus.
Okay, that's
Il y a quelque chose qui vient par
I
ici.
will say. Oh, I will say, I understand why people play this weapon, because that was very satisfying to just be able to just blast the hell out of those things, like twice in an encounter,
Terriblement proche du village.
and it runs away.
On
Do it
peut
again.
partir d'ici. J'ai failli mouiller mon pelage. Oui, allons-y.
Can I not craft this?
C'était une bête accro, non?
Where'd they go?
Dents longues, griffes acérées.
Oh my
Oui,
god,
ça
come
en a
on.
tout l'air.
That's not that. There we go. Okay. That is. Very good. I like when they're all in one area, you just have to just hold the button down. I haven't had this kind of setup since like 2 or 3 games ago. What I mean by that is this, like in the older non-HD games, excluding Rise, I guess the enemies were less likely to, what's the word? I guess form up on each other? What's that sound? That's their legs. I'm wearing headphones right now, so I'm hearing this in concert. Oh. Well, whatever. I will say this, right? That little huge furry lion-esque monster is one of the few that will just rock new players. And not like, oh, they know what they're doing. No, like, it's just for the amount of damage it does. It's very formidable.
Hey, pas par là!
Okay, yeah, okay. I can imagine trying to just play this game without the bird. Like, you would have to really set up like camps around the place and just do that. That'd be amazing, in fact. In some cases, yeah.
Ces villageois n'ont pas d'armes. Je comprends pas. Comment est-ce qu'ils font pour empêcher les monstres d'entrer? Ils ont peut-être une sorte de technique secrète?
So what I'm getting at is, okay, so imagine this game without the birds.
On y est presque.
So the scope of the game will be a lot smaller. You have to really explore out to find new camp, a forward base, and you can fast travel there and start certain missions there. That'd be fun. Like, the convenience is kind of getting in the way.
Voilà, à la maison. Enfin, façon de parler.
I'm not saying you have to make things harder to enjoy them,
Dommage qu'on n'ait pas eu le droit d'entrer dans le
but
village.
at some point you're trading like
Ouais.
the
Mais
hunting
bon, ils ont
parts
sûrement leur raison.
for
Pour
this
l'instant, allons déjà
boss
livrer le
fight
miel qu'on a
simulator.
trouvé.
Which, again, don't get me wrong,
Avec
that
tous
is
ces nouveaux
fun,
arrivants, ce miel pourrait
but if
vraiment
that's
s'avérer
just
utile.
what it is, it's gonna get really boring really quick.
Salut, qu'est-ce que je peux faire pour toi?
Il me semble qu'il te fallait du miel.
Tu m'en as apporté? Du miel?
I'm just gonna sit past this. I don't... No one's playing it for the story. or the dialogue. The dialogue is good at times. But if you're watching this, I recommend you play the game. And I'm not being sponsored by Capcom or anyone, honestly. I sponsor myself. But what I'm getting at here is you really all should be playing this
Le
game.
soutien n'est toujours pas arrivé. Alors, je dois dire que j'étais pas de façon. Et d'ailleurs, ils sont où ces porteurs à fourrure?
Foreshadowing the next
Ils sont là depuis
fights,
le temps.
using cats to
Enfin,
transport
Est-ce
stuff.
que tu veux quelque chose? Un petit choix, pas vrai?
So, pro tip, don't buy from this guy unless it's on sale. It's kind of like Publix.
Fais bien attention à toi.
Hé, chasseuse! Tu veux venir? J'ai un truc à te dire.
J'ai quelques matériaux pour toi. Alors, qu'est-ce que tu dirais de t'en servir pour améliorer ton arme?
Upgrade
T'as
the
besoin de quoi?
weapon. I can't upgrade this anymore because it's... I already did. But, yeah. Oh, that'd be nice. Okay, that'd be kind of nice, actually. And when you upgrade, you get skills. So before I didn't have speed sharpening, now I do. And that's going to increase further down the road. So it's not just the attack, there's other reasons. But what skills would work best for this weapon? Beyond guard and guard up. Beyond artillery would be amazing. Huh. Anyway.
Tu vois quelque chose qui te plaît?
I'm not at the point where I can upgrade my quote unquote. I can get new equipment, but I cannot upgrade the equipment. Like I can just
Prête à m'y mettre.
make it again. But that's not really looking at. Okay. Okay, I own both sets. Whatever. Nothing to do there.
On récupère ce genre de truc dans les gisements qu'il y a.
Mine some ore.
Ils sont bourrés de plein de choses que je peux utiliser pour améliorer ton équipe. On sait pas du tout à quoi s'attendre. Alors, mieux vaut... Bref, s'il te faut quelque chose, tu sais où le trouver.
Again, I played through this a little earlier too, so I'm not gonna be heavily invested in heavily invested in the dialogue. I know. No. Where is the radio? They just give you. No. I wanted the rights. There we go. Okay. Oof. So for that, I'm gonna make crafting wheel. First and foremost. This is communication. we go. Okay. And left and right. I'm not gonna make any weapons yet, but I know if I do, sorry, any bow, guns, and ammo. Nothing else you really need, and nothing I have right now anyway. So I'll add more when I need it. Yeah, that's fine for now. After each hunt, you must prance. That's the rule. That is the rule. I think I'm done for now. I want to thank you all for joining me today. I'm looking forward to your comments, any questions regarding mental health, video games, anything of that nature. We can look into it into the next episode.